Hey, how you doing? This is another Libra reading. So, welcome back to the channel, Libra. I hope you guys are doing well. And I will be asking you all, as usual, to check your star signs in your birth chart just to make sure that you get the clarity you need and in areas that it will make sense the most. So, let's get into this reading. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and take what you want and leave the rest. So, what's going on with Libras, please? Warning signs are there for you to give up something. It says no one's going to challenge you. Warning signs are there for you to give up something. No one's going to challenge you more than this. As someone keeps picking on you and trying to block you, it says no one's going to tell you off if you come to me and speak to me directly. I know I could talk to you. I wouldn't want to call you, but I know I could talk to you. You may not speak about it again after I speak to you. You may feel my hand around your head. It says, will I give up? This mind game is sent out to somebody that feels like they want to cause you harm. Sentimental situations are never going to be easy for me to deal with. I realize I've done this job before. I could harm someone. Pick on someone else. It says you would never want to pick on my sibling or even my family member. You'll get a laughing clap in your head. However, you want to give someone slaps, they're going to give you the worst slap in your head, and you will wash the taste out of your mouth when I finish with you. Warning signs are there for me to see that I have to stop picking on this female. She's never going to give you an ending. She will slap your head until you're dead. So keep paying attention to why you keep targeting her and harming her head until she convulses you in your evil mind again with problems. Leave this woman alone. I told you, stop picking on her. She's my stubborn woman. I said, I know this. I realize I like women that are stubborn. They're going to harm you. And I brought you down to your knees, praying that you would be the answer to my blessings to harm her. But she's not even trying to warn you that she's going to have good news. She's my woman, and I like her just the way she is. But I warned myself I needed to pick on her just a little bit to get your attention. So someone was picking on you a little bit to get your attention, or you was picking on your own woman to get a little bit of attention. Libra. Sorry, I don't want to laugh because it's funny. It does say that someone here thought that you could only have great news if you felt like you were going to have good news, with a warning sign that you were going to use other females or other males to harm your own family or your child or your female lover. It says the wonderful female lover that you have. Some of you are dealing with mental health structures of men that are not going to harm you but give you bad news and warn you that you have problems to give yourself good news. So I need to talk to you, it says. Mr. Evil wants to talk to you, and he does want to talk to you soon. So someone that has like a spiteful mind or evil mind wants to talk to you, and he wants to talk to you soon, Libra. If not, this could be your energy, as someone has a perspective of you in this way that wants to talk to you, or that feels like you want to talk to them. It does say someone here doesn't know how to speak up for themselves, or maybe even pick on themselves in the way that you do, but they warn themselves not to come through unless you answer your phone. Mr. Mind Game keeps thinking about calling you and thinking whether or not he should listen to you or speak to you through the childish mind games he wants to play, saying hello and then hanging up, or maybe even listening out for you in your mind, talking about it, saying that you should speak to him or maybe even listen to him as he tries to call you through another number or even a private one. He may not call you through a private one as he sees that it's not worth it, but he may not speak about calling you back after he's heard your phone number is going to be in his head. He says, I could dial it and see if I could come through and speak to you again, just to see, does it even work? Or maybe I'm challenging the wrong woman. It says, you know you wanted this one. If you wanted her, why didn't you treat her better? This karma is coming to you now, and mainly because she doesn't know if she should stay with you. Mean men like you shouldn't stay with a woman like her. And it does say a female, either way, wants to know that she can have the upper hand in her mindset behind you, telling her that she's going to have good news with you not liking her. It says people are picking on people for the wrong thing. And many of them are targeting you for a lot of demons in their head, with other people targeting you too, with demons in the head of those that don't want you to have success. Mental health problems with a man says he knows how to target you for many others, and he can get people to target you too. He says he knows why he does warlock energy on you and witchcraft on many. Thanks to you, you said, I know I don't have to listen to you. So that's why he feels like he can have karma with you by being righteous to himself, to have good news in his mindset to harm you. He says, I'm not going to let go, and I'm not going to leave you alone to think it's okay to walk away from me. You may not want to walk away from anyone else after you've dealt with me. He says he sees he can karmically give you a pleasure, pain, and good news, even if he wants to, and never does. Just always bad news. He wonders, can he give himself guilty pleasures with you? Warning signs are there for him to still warlock on you, or even trust that he has good news, and he never wants to see you again in the mindset of yours, as he tries to harm you and blame you and curse you and leave himself to wonder if he's going to marry you in the mind, because reality is far from even existing and absolutely would never exist in your mind. Even if it was death do us part, even if it was something that you warn yourself, last man standing, like, it's never gonna happen. So he needs to punish himself and move on. Okay, because he sounds delusional, absolutely delusional. So let's see what else is going on, Libra. It does say some of you guys are dealing with Taurus, and some of you guys are taking the opportunity to struggle and change your mind about things. Maybe even seeing another air sign is not going to help you, but it could be that Libra understands who they are as males. It says some of you guys are going through a lot of strange things happening right now, evil battles that you are facing with the courts or the jail cells, or even victim mentalities with your mindsets, or people picking on you or warning you that you don't have a good life or you don't have enough to give yourself. Evil food, drink, water, or anything that could come your way in your mind to say, I know I could help myself. It says people will pick on your mindset a lot these days and won't want to know that they're doing it, but at times it makes you feel like you are under attack, because warning signs are there for you to feel scarce energy, like there's not enough to go around or not enough to give yourself. At times you wonder, can you help yourself or even give yourself good news? Maybe even try to wonder if you have good news with your mind, your money, or even your family. Sometimes you wonder about a lot, but people say it's individually speaking, you have things that you need to sort out one by one in your mind, as this year is not the karmic year for any spell work, root work, or magic to be targeted on a nation of Libras, as it does with the Scorpios. Some of you are going under in the mindset of a Scorpio, and some of you guys are not going under at all. But blame is never going to be easy, and certainly wouldn't want to hear that you are going to go under as a Scorpio. They realize they don't like you, but they don't love you, and they don't want to need you in your mind to be harmed or hurt. So they realize they don't want to know that you're in a bad way. They just warn themselves not to speak about you in a bad way, and they want to know that you're okay. They should see themselves in a caution of your mind, absolutely wanting to know that you are there being mad. It's something they said they always see you doing this. They can't help but see you in a personal problem in your own mind, giving them problems, but they hardly want to hear it and hardly want to see it in the way that you see. So they will push you away and understand that you are the way you are for a reason. You may not see them in a good way, you may not like them in a good way, but you just don't have to deal with them. So you may not speak to them again. And it says, you know what? I never wanted to see you anyway. And I realized I should have never come back to speak to you in your mindset about things I said I would come back and tell you. I laugh because I could come back and talk to you. I realize I want to talk to you, but I can't speak to you any more than I want to. And even if you do dump me, I don't care. I just want to know why you had to feel like you were the one that was going to dump me. Like you are all that, or you're great, or your sentimental values are there to say that you are allowed to do that. Evil mental health man says he can't come forward to speak to you, but it could be a woman that he's after. And it does say Scorpio woman is something that you need as a man in a Libra. Libra man doesn't know how to stop and think why he's left Scorpio, wondering why she had to dump you. It says dumping you wasn't easy, but I said I had to move on. I realized I don't like you. I just don't want to be with you. And I realized I've got to move on. It says I don't want to dump you though. Evil Libra man wants to let go of his mind on the Scorpio It says he doesn't know how to move past things. Meanwhile, Scorpio is not going to leave out the problems. She says she's seen his mindset in a way that is going to be bad for her. It's not going to be easy for her to see that she's got good news in the man of the one that she wants. But he knows he can't curse her. He's got to give himself bad news. He's got to wonder why he even looked at her like she has to be cursed after she said to him, well, I don't think we're going to be good enough together as lovers, or even mentally speaking, enough as friends. I don't think I want to be around you. And I realize I just don't like you. It's just simple as that. It's the way you are as an individual. I just don't want you. And I don't need to hear that I'm going to have bad news or even see myself in a problem through my lifespan because you want to curse me or karmically give me problems in my head to say I don't deserve a good man. I realize I deserve a very nice man, but not the ones that are going to keep challenging my mind to feel like I'm going to be harmed. I need one that's going to protect my mind to make me feel like I've got good news. So that's why she left you. It says, Libra, you have to understand as a man, you don't have to be loved or liked by anyone, but at the same time, sometimes people want to leave because they don't understand how to stay. And even if they can't stay, it's because they can't challenge you in the mindset of yours to stay if you're adamant that you're going to give problems to the woman that doesn't want to have problems in her life to keep you there. It does make sense. You have to see that it makes sense or challenge yourself in a caution. Ideally, bring yourself down to a judgment. Then you will warn yourself never to go there again because she will no longer want to know that you're there and you can't challenge her to come back. So maybe you should stay away and start thinking whether you consider yourself as a demon or not, wanting to call her, chase her, run her down, or speak to her in a way that you have to follow her, spy on her, look at her, or even feel like you're going to be there. She doesn't want that. So make sure you stay away from her and don't challenge her because she's not ready to come back to you in a way that she's loving, caring, kind, or even sweet like she once was. It was all that in her mind that she worried about with you, as you spoke a lot and spoke to her in ways that made her feel like she was going to have karma. It says, either way, I realized it wasn't real. I know this. And it does say she realized that you were sweet talking her in her head, talking about things that you could have felt like you needed to support because of what happened to you as a man, or maybe even things you needed to say to keep her there, laugh at her, make fun of her if it ever was to turn around and make fun of you. Ideally, it was going to make fun of me, and I realized I didn't want to know that it was going to harm me. It's just that it has harmed you though, Libra. You realize that you don't want to be loved in certain ways because you feel like love is not going to be the answer for you. And you've turned around, manipulated it, and tricked her and made her feel like she was going to love you. Even after she saw you, she was going to love you. And realizing that not many females may love you in certain ways that they see you as a man, or even looking at you like your female energy doesn't even match mine. Ideally, you're sweet and you're kind, but you still have karma with me if you're going to say certain things that are going to give me bad news. It says he knows he was going to give you bad news, and he warned himself to give you bad news. He'd rather not speak about it, but his karma was coming to him. He had to see why. It says people keep picking on me, and I understand why. I understand why. I'm not going to tell you why, but I understand why. I do too, it says. As she understands, she doesn't know how to stay with you. It says, I understand why you've got karma with females. You may not look like a man that has blamed himself a lot for things that he could possibly be in the woman's eyes, but it does say, I understand that you may not be liked by some women, and some women may not like you. And it says, sometimes I love you in your mindset, sweet and really, really nice as a person, but I just don't love you as a man. You're not really my type in the looks. Mentally speaking, you're not my type in the mind, verbally, mentally speaking. And you just don't have the love that I want in a way that you are kind all the time because you're ready to target me and my family. I would never allow that to happen. And I realized I could go in my head about other things, even though I don't want to. I just understand that it's not going to be worth me challenging you and helping you through anything until I see that I'm happy and well in my own well-being first. I've got to put myself first. And that's all it is. I'm just putting myself first. So I won't want to hear from you again. Don't try and call me, and please don't text me. Don't say anything to me. Don't speak to me at all. Don't try and come back and think it's okay after I blocked you to speak to me again. I just don't want to hear from you. And I don't want to hear that you're under my thumb about things you could do to support me. I don't want to hear that you can look after my mindset with things that you feel like you could bring me and then harm me, because I'm still scared of you in a way. I don't know what you're going to do to me. And I realize I've got to take my time with you because of things that you've said, even things that you've been through. I just don't want to judge you. I just realize I don't want to judge you. I just want to move on and leave you alone and leave my mind to be in a way that I am blessed and well and healthy. So please don't call me, text me, and leave me to be, and stop wondering what I'm doing now. Wow, that was a lot. So it looks like the cross watcher, or even, the person that you're dealing with, has a lot to say in regards to, your energy, because it says you want to take another opportunity with this female, but she doesn't want another opportunity with you. And she realized that she's not going to take you on as a friend or a family member in a way that you could sleep with her and make a baby. She doesn't want anything from you. And it's clearly going to be loose energy in your mind to say, I am done. But then you may harm her. And it says you could harm anyone right now because of your mindset. People have picked on you enough, but you don't need to warn yourself to come back and harm her, to leave her alone. And it does say she needs to be left alone because the mind game that she's been playing with herself is not going to be easy, but the man in her is not going to be easy too. Evil spirits are not going to deal with her in her brain and warn her that she's got problems. Plain old Jane energy is something that her mum keeps calling her, and she's never even plain or even dumb enough to think that she's demonizing her head as plain old Jane, or even the problems that her mum has. Her mother doesn't want to see that she's got good news. Her dad doesn't want to see that she's got good news, and laugh if a mind game keeps being played on her through enemies, and it doesn't want to hear that she's got great news. But she also says, I pray to God one day, before I even leave my mind to wonder if I'm ever going to have a good news, leave me to wonder if I have good news all the time. I'm going to make sure that I work hard to get there. And she warns herself to give herself good news all the time. So she doesn't want to know that you're tidying her head with problems of your own, and it doesn't align with her destiny. Her demons are telling her off. At times, people keep targeting her. Too many people, and she doesn't want to know that she's in trouble with the law, or with problems with police, or even court cases, or even problems that have been sending you her way through the demons of her spiritual father. It does say spiritual father because he's not a real father. He's just a demon father that was in joint custody of her mother through law. And it does say he knows why he has to move on. He's never going to be allowed around her or with her. He's just got to move on. Oh dear. Says no more time to structure yourself with good news. You've got blame on your mind, and I want to pick on it. Okay, this could be an earth sign, but it could also be air sign, or it could be you that wants to pick someone's mind for something, wants to look into contacting someone, calling them, or see into them. But it also says, Libra females, you are not invited into this. It says men right now are not going to struggle with you having a good time. You have great news. Warning yourself to have practicality and very good news in your mind. Love life is certainly going to be blessed for you. And it says Libras are always doing well in the female realm. All of you are doing great right now, so stop worrying. People are going to have great news with you all. Blessed energy is changing things. Things that you are never going to see as bad are going to see good news come to you again. It says, you know what? You changed things for your mind, and that helped you have better news for your love life. Things needed to be tidied up a little bit in your mind, like the way you see things, just for the males to see that they have good news. They warn themselves to have great news with you, as they believe they have blessings to help you with things now. And they want to help you solve things now and practice good karma with you now, as you told them, I'm in love with you. I just don't want to harm myself. But I realize I'm going to stay with you as long as you stay with me in a way that you don't get in my way. And I realize I've got to help myself and never leave you, but stay there in your mind wondering, do you always love me the way you said you were going to love me? And show me, just let me know that you love me. That way I can see that I love you too. And it says he can show you, but he will always show you how to love you in a way that you love him too. So he will always give you good news in your mind to say that you've got good news. Okay? So well done, Libra women. You are doing very well with your partners now. And it does say that you hadn't had good news before, but you've got very good news now. Very good news now. So well done. Does say that everything is going to work out just fine as you take the risk into your mind about your love life and your building structure. Maybe even seeing your apartment is not going to be that bad. You've got to have good news with your warning signs. Things that you are working on are not easy, but your weight is coming in a way that you can see that blessings will come your way. You will get help with your weight loss and even the journeys that you are taking in your mind. It says, see you there in your mindset. I want to hear from you again. What happened to us? It says someone wants to try and coach you or help you with your mental health. To say you've got good karma with your love life and your health. And it says you will have good news overall with this, as mental health is never going to be easy. I tried to warn you that I wasn't going to always be careful, but I'm really careful now. I don't need to harm you again. And it does say the man that didn't call you or didn't come through is going to call you in the next week or two, as he tried to wonder if he could liberty take on you, as he's trialing his mental health with things he's got to do in his panic attacks, his love life, his certain own life. And he's probably not going to get that mixed up again, as it probably gave you bad news and it warned you not to have good news. You will see yourself in a good way though. You are looking good, feeling good, and helping yourself be in shape, mainly because you've got great news on its way. Okay? Maybe because you've got people helping you now to structure your life, your health, your love life, all those great things, Libra. So it does say mainly because you've got to offer yourself time off in your mind to stay away from bad news. You're going to target a man that doesn't want to know that he loves you. It says mainly because you keep picking on me. I know that I have to. This man says he keeps picking on you. And he realized he keeps picking on you because he doesn't want to see you married. He may have seen that you are already married and you're very much in love, but doesn't like it. Or may even see that he warns himself that he's got to move on from problems of his own because he doesn't get it. He believed he could have had you any time he wanted and still stole his mind away from yours by delivering some evil to you. Should have stayed away from him. And it does say it can't be easy sometimes, but it can be if you feel like you've got all these things to work on in your mind, or maybe even see that you've got blessings in other ways. Sometimes you've just got to look past things and see that you can have good news. A perspective is not always easy. As time goes by, you see many things can collect your brain and make you feel like you've got news that will relate to many different things and can't target one thing alone. It says sometimes you just got to understand moving away from a problem, and maybe you understand then that you just had to move away from it. Cause for concerns could come to you now, but it says, I know that I am blocking you from your blessings if I come. So I will not come to you and tell you off. I just need to see that I'm moving on. Legal matters pending for me is not going to be easy, but I've got to move on. And this could be someone that wants to come to you with negative mental health, or even someone in the Libra community could be going through something and needs to speak to someone. And it does say this person wants to come and challenge another person, but it does say you all have to stop picking on the person that you've been picking on if it's you that's picking on them. As Libra energy is not going to show you everything right now, there is a male energy out of the Libras, or even many of them, that keep picking on water sign women, Scorpios in particularly, and Asian men are trying to show that they love them. Warning signs are there for a lot of them to speak about good girls and bad boys. It says one at a time. Libras and Libras are coming in to steal the idea from a man that wasn't going to give you anything in the first place. He says he knows he wasn't going to come to you with anything, but he realized he's just got to move on. And this man says he knows he should have never said hello to you either. He says he knows that he could have come to you and spoken to you once or twice before, but he never did. Evil Cancer, evil Scorpio. It says, do you know that Scorpio is a very beautiful woman, but you sold your soul to something else out there that's going to give you mishap and pain? It says, I know that I can have better news with my Scorpio anyway. I've got one coming in. Evil Libra wants to know that Scorpio is still there for the Libra in the Libra. So it could be two Libras. One Libra that's got Scorpio in their chart, or a Libra man that likes Scorpios. It says some of you are dealing with that, but not all of you are going to have good news overall. Scorpio doesn't need to hear that they have good news, I said. Scorpio is dealing with me. I'm Cancer. And Cancer says they don't want to hear Scorpio's got good news. At this time, they realize they are bad mood. They've always been bad mood, is what Scorpio says. I don't want to hear that I've always got to deal with one anyway. I realize they're not really my type and I may not like them. So I'm not going to give them a chance if they're not going to be good to me. And it does say that I realize I don't want to scrutinize my judgments or even panic when I feel like it could happen that I get good news from them. But I warn myself, I don't want to hear bad news. I don't want to hear good news out of their mindsets in a way that it's going to be I get targeted for a bad rep because they're happy afterwards. I just want to know that I have great news. I'm tired of living the same old laughing stock weather, and it is dry out here. So it says, I know that I want to deal with you in a good way. Miss Scorpio, will you take care of my mind and leave me to wonder if marriage was ever going to come to us? Please stop speaking to Scorpio, it says. You keep targeting them. Leave them alone, Libra. And it says Aries also wants to know that they're never going to speak to Scorpio in that way again. Why are you so bothered about her? It says he knows why. She's a very lovely woman. Like, I could have laughed if I never got a woman like her. I would laugh. Like, where am I going to find one like this beautiful woman, Scorpio? Or even this gorgeous Libra that does know that she's absolutely amazing and she's got blessings with her attributes like an evil witchcraft woman that she is at times, because she told me she could harm me. If she ever harmed me, I would lie and say, well, it's not true because she's stubborn. But I love her, and I feel like she's got things about her that loves me too. It does say Scorpio is something that you want more than anything, and she's got Scorpio in her chart. But I realize I love Scorpios more than anything, and I want one. And it doesn't say more than this. Okay. So, anything else? And when we speak again, it will be in my mind about it. Like, do you like marriage? I don't like marriage. Do you like karma coming with that? Because I said, I don't want to get married. And this is why I don't want to call you. It says Cancerian doesn't want to get mad if they have to. They love marriage, but they don't want to absolutely feel like they're in love. And they feel like their bad mood is coming to them. One day at a time, they realize that they should never have spoken about it. But marriage is something that you may want. And it does say, I know this because I see who you are. I can't bring myself to you and speak about it. I would never want to talk to you about it. And even if I wanted to talk to you about it, I could never say it's you that I want. And even if I wanted to say it was you, you're not really ugly. You're just not really my type. And I said, I know that I could bring myself to myself and say again, she's never going to be the person that I want. And even if I laughed at her and made fun of it, it's not going to be you that I have to make fun of. I said, I see that I don't have to make fun of you anyway. I could never call you or speak to you in your mind about it, but I'd rather not speak to you at all. And even if you see me again, don't talk to me. I said, I don't want to talk to you anyway. But you came and you spoke to me, and I said, what do you want? And then I realized I shouldn't have come. I made you feel like you should have laughed at yourself a little bit. Then I realized I have to walk away because I'm dumb. Like, I could tell myself I am so worn out in my time. Like, I could tell myself, wow, I'm so lovely and so wonderful in my time, because I'm not that great anymore, but I look so smashing to you is what you probably think. And then you wonder if you're all that and a bag of chips because your mind is telling you that you're not that great. You don't even know who I am. This is where you go wrong. You would never understand who I am because you are basing things upon my mind, in your mind, about who you are. Is it your looks that may have good news? Or is it your mind? I know I like men with good looks and good mind. Both of them. In fact, I like men that have more mind than more looks. At times, I like a man that has looks, but he has to have a good mind. And even if you don't have a good mind, I would never want to challenge you and stay with you. It would never work. So maybe you should check yourself before you look at yourself like you're the best thing going. Because I've seen men like you, very sweet looking, cute, sexy, appealing, and still not very good looking in your mind. I hate men like that and I can't stand it. So please be gone and don't talk to me again if you feel like you're only going to be good, ideally, in your mind about who you are as a physical being. Because my looks are very precious to me and I love myself too. But I know my mental health is better than yours, or even better in a way that I know that I am brilliant in my mind about things that I love about myself and love about the man that I want to be with. And it wouldn't be you if you feel like you're going to harm me. So stay away. I'm okay with that. Just don't talk to me in my head again about what is she wearing? Where is she going? How does she feel if I talk to her? What is happening in my head right now? Do I say hello? Do I talk to her? After I told her I'm dumping her in my head, after I said I don't really care for her dress sense or even like her. But then I wonder, why do I do that? And then I wonder, do I like her? Because I don't really like her. And then I understand that I don't care for you. You're not my size, my shape, or even my style. I don't even care for girls. I like myself as a man. I warn myself I'm not gay. I just wonder if I am sometimes. And then I wonder, do I like men more than I like women? And even if I don't like women, do I like girls? Do I even like anyone? Because I'm warning myself, my mental health and my karma is coming with my attitude, my stushness, my burdens. My existence on this planet is never easy. I said I love myself, but Scorpio, do you know you love yourself way more than me? And that's true. Because even if you like yourself more than you love me, then you wouldn't want to know that you've got karma coming with me. Because I know that you wouldn't want to hear that I love myself more than I love you. You would want to hear that you love yourself, I love myself, and then we love each other. But I can't tell myself I love you like that. So I'm going to walk away. I just realized I should never have spoken to you or spoke to you or talked to you. I should never speak to you again. And even if I don't want to speak to you, I'm warning myself, don't call her. She may not see me in the mindset of mine. Like I could kick off and make hard times come to her head. Like we harm each other. And this woman would get bloody rude or maybe harm me as I'm dirty and I can tell myself off. I wouldn't want to hear that I have to come to you again. But I hear myself telling myself, I love sex. I love sex and I love marriage. I just don't know if I like you. And then I warn myself, why am I beating myself up to come to you so much in my head about how I should have spoken to you and told you all these things that you want to hear about how I had a good day, and maybe even think about why I would touch you or love sex with you or what is it that I want with you. I just don't know. And I'm still trying to look at you like, do you know I'm watching you? And I don't want to watch you, but I'm trying to watch you like, do you know I like picking on girls? And then I think to myself, do you know, even if I came to you and harmed you, it wouldn't be worth it. So what the fucking hell am I doing to try and harm myself with you? Even when I said I don't want to come to you, I'm not coming to you. I just know that God is pushing me away in my head from the demons and telling me, go to her. She will set you free from your burdens and tell you off. And it doesn't say it's easy, Scorpio, because you get men like that push you in your mind to have problems with them. And it doesn't say it's a good thing. So walk away from this one if he's no good for you. Tell yourself he's no good for you and mind out. He's a demon. I sold my soul to him one time and I said I will never speak to him again. And it does say he's got Libras in his brain right now dealing with. As he told himself, a Libra hates him and wants to see him harmed. Doesn't say why, but it does say warning, he's not a good man. So even if you see him, don't speak to him or maybe challenge him and maybe you'll get good karma, but try to warn yourself. He may not even budge. He's just a worn out mind game. Maybe even plays with his mental health on yours and tries to trouble you. Let him pick on himself until he moves on. And then maybe he'll come back, but he's teamed up with problems in his head to move on. And I said to him, don't come to her if you feel like you're not going to like her or even love her, because it's hard for him to love. So start studying him if he ever talks to you again, because his mental health is bothered and wants to speak right now. Oh, I might want to speak to you right now, but because he's thinking about you and wondering what it is that he likes about you versus what he don't like about you. And it's mostly negative than positive. So just be careful about that, my lovelies. Okay. Anything else for Libras? Anytime now you'll have feelings, and it says sometimes you'll have good or bad feelings. Not really trying to warn you that you have feelings, but you do. And you don't always want to know you've got bad moods. So you've got to pick on yourself in a way that you move away from stress. Don't see people as a problem and let them see that they are going to be good if they can be. But you have to allow the situation to unfold to see it And it's not always healthy to walk down the aisle with someone that's going to be a bad person in the end. So let him see he has to be good before he even tries to challenge you about what you want in your love life. Because he may not be offering you enough to stay. And that's where it goes wrong. Because he's not going to give you a life of Riley if he's not going to study you as a way to stay and give you good news. He may never give you good news. So just warn yourself. Do you like him enough to stay? Or is it that you like the way he looks in his mind or his face? Is there something about his cuteness that you like more than anything? Or is it that his mind is giving you enough to stay and say, I love him? Keep it there and wonder when he does return in the next week or two. Because karma's with him today to speak about friends, family members, and people in his head. And never mind why he's looking around. He just doesn't want to know that it's you. And he's picked on the mindset to see if it is you or not. But he realized he likes you. He just doesn't want to know that you're there. And he will pretend as he speaks to another female, or even tries to, as they don't really want to hear much from him the way he wants to hear much from them. At times he thinks he's got it like that, but he doesn't. And this woman showed him one time when she said, do you know you like me and I don't like you? You look like someone I would never want to challenge in their mind. Like, you talk to me and I talk to you, we fight. And it does say he realized that sometimes when his demeanor comes off aggressive or even arrogant, he doesn't even know it. But people may look at him like he's a problem. And so will you at times. But it does say that you will witness things in your brain and say, do I know if he's going to be better with me or better with them or who? It's just that sometimes trial and error is there. But people keep picking on me is what he says. And that's why he likes you. He says he knows he can't come to you and ask you to hold his hand or open doors for you. But he wouldn't want to know that he couldn't. So he has to move on. Because I wouldn't want to know that I could. But I'm telling you, you can't come to me with those things because I'll push you away. If you never wanted to love me, then I'd push you away. So don't speak to me if you feel like you've got bad news. Okay? And that's your energy, letting him know that. Even if you haven't told him directly, that's your spirit letting him know that, because his energy wants to come with some type of bad mood, or like he can't do nothing good for you, but still looking at you like wondering how you would be good for him, or even just to hold as a person, to walk all over, pick on, or do some evil things to possibly. It says, no wonder I'm tidying my head for you. I need to speak to you. It says, a man here wants to come to you and contact you and even love you. On your mindset, that is. Shockingly hold you for a few hours. Maybe even spend the night with you. Burdening you. And very much so giving you love, making skills, and an obsession. It says he doesn't want to come to you forever, but he realized he could love you and sex you and give you pleasure. Wants to know if you're available and wants to come to you right now. Okay. Some of you guys may be into that. Some of you guys may not. Some of you guys might decide, well, you know what? I might show him a little attention tonight. Or maybe some of you guys might say, well, this is what I do to make sure that I look forward to it in my mind tonight. Because I know I ain't going to see him as he lives far from me. And some of you guys know you're working on a long distance relationship. Or maybe even seeing that tonight is the night that you have time for him. So you can't see him any other night as you're working. Or maybe even warring with things that you are doing in your lifespan or your lifeline. It says people keep picking on you right now and trying to target you for mental health or stress. Let them move past things as they challenge themselves away from the burden. They see that they have good news with you overall. Libras are there for you to protect yourself and have good news. Warning signs are there for you all to pretend that you don't have good news, or even see that you do have good news, because warning signs are there for you to be helpful. It says, I know I need to help you. I want to see, do you have good news overall with your love life, or even people that you are picking on? It says, I know that I don't want to see that you are hurt. I want to help you. And this could be you, Libra, that wants to help someone. You want to be understanding and not know that someone is hurt. It says only them. And Aquarius. And Aquarius also is someone that you nurture and take care of. But it says you know that you want to help them or look after them or see that they are guilty. You don't want to harm them. You don't want to see that they are troubled in their mind. You don't want to see that they are dead or unwell. You just know that you don't want to deal with them overall. At times you feel like it could be calmer when you deal with them. So you do back off sometimes, but you rather not stay away for too long because you do help them at times too. And you want to know when it's going to happen, but good news is coming your way soon. Libra's span is going to happen in a long, long life of good news. Someone wants to witness this. And it says people keep picking on you as we speak because they want to trouble you in your mind to say, are you going to live long or even have a good life? Some of you could be dealing with someone that's old, or even feeling like you are old and your time is up, or maybe even feeling like troubles are coming in to caution you away from something. As bad news could be coming to a family member near you or a friend, or maybe even eviction notice could be coming to you. At times, people want to pick on you for all kind of different things, because sometimes people want to target you to death do you part, or maybe even help you with problems of theirs. They keep laughing and making fun of you. At times, they feel like they can caution you with bad news. Laugh if you feel like you're going to go through a problematic situation that's not even necessary, because it's going to happen in next week or two. It says, you know, you don't need to go through this though. And even if you went through it before, you don't need it again. So I'm going to leave it there, Libras. I'll speak to you in your next one. Ciao for now.